All right, here we go. What we're going to be doing today is literally adding another team member to the team member page and actually creating another bio page, which just like this one. Just like this one. So we're going to have the bio, the actual picture, and then we're going to add them to the actual team member page right here. All right, first thing we do is make sure you have LiveWell opened, LiveWell team opened, so you have a live view of it. Then also sign into the back page or the back end dashboard of your website, which again, I think you're pretty privy on that, is basically LiveWell 17 / WP admin. Sign in with your credentials, hover over to the pages. And three things we're going to be doing today are creating another team member page, bio page, adding that team member photo there, and then we're also going to be cropping some images using the Mac so that they look proper on here. Now, one of the issues I spoke with you about earlier that we're going to have is just keeping in mind, making sure that we make these rectangular in a horizontal way, not a vertical way. Horizontal meaning that this is 800, this is 600 pixels. So in essence, what you want to try to make sure you do is, again, the long way is going to be horizontal, the short way is going to be 600, the vertical part of it. So what we do, first thing we do is take somebody that we've actually had, and this guy, Matt Silver, is a imposter, so we're going to clone him. We can actually make him a template, and then all you got to do is just continue to clone the template. So Matt Silver has now been cloned. Now we want to edit everything that has to do with Matt Silva, and he's no longer going to be Matt Silver, he's going to be Sarah. So type in Sarah, all right, copy it, and then type in here Sarah also. Now what will happen is this capital S will be reduced to a lowercase. That's okay. All right, next thing we're going to do, get rid of this image and update it to another one. Here's where we come into those issues of having the right one. All right, so what we're going to be doing is adding the image right here. So here's the image of Sarah, and if you notice, it's 516 by 583. So it's rectangular, but it's rectangular in the wrong dimensions, wrong plane. We want it longer on the top, not like this. This is shorter on the top. So in order for me to get this, and this is just a little trick, although you already have this on your desktop or in some kind of folder that you have their pictures. So what I need to do now is literally download this to my computer so that I can grab this image and actually work with it. So you select this whole image. Command A selects the whole thing. Command C copies it. New tab. Paste. There's the image. Now what I want to do is save image as. Okay, Sarah, it's going to be on my desktop. You should see it come over here. Now, seconds later, when that gets through, I'm going to drag it to my desktop. All right, now I'm going to move this off screen a little bit. And what I'm going to do here is a little bit of Mac magic, Apple magic. So when you double click on this, I'm using a double screen monitor, and it pulls up, I'll drag this over here, this image, which is, again, a good image, except it's just horizontally challenged. We want it it's vertically challenged. We want it horizontally challenged. So the best way to do this is to open up the toolbox, select tool, and then crop in such a way that it's not square but still rectangle, so that this is longer and this is shorter. Once that's done, you've got these bars, these commands here. Hit the crop button, there we go, and then hit the Command S button, which then saves it. One of the steps that I forgot to tell you about was actually making this in dimensionally proportional. So we've cropped it from being long, like this one, and now we have this horizontal top proper. Now we just want to go into clicking on the actual picture here, Tools, Adjust Size, scale proportionally. It's going to be 800 tab by 600. Okay, and then all we have to do now is just save the item. Close that out. Drag my windows back over here. All right, get rid of this. Clean up here. Again, now we're ready to work again. So next thing I do is I upload. And you can do this by two ways. I'm sure you're familiar with this already, but I'm simply just going to drag the one I need. I'm simply going to drag this one right onto my desktop. All right, I'm going to set the image right here. And that's perfect. Because we cloned everything, all these dimensions and settings and all those things don't need to be cloned in any way, shape, or form or messed around with. That image will change, which it does. Next thing you do is go into the heading, because it's not matte silver anymore. It's now Sarah. Save. Then if you have her bio information, you'd click in here, highlight the whole thing, paste it in, make sure it's on heading 4. Save your stuff, come over here and publish it. All right, that's step 2 actually, because we've edited the images over here. Okay, we've created Sarah's new page, and now we're actually going to go into the pages. We've saved it and published it. And now we're going to go to the team page. I'm going to add the team page in. Well, pull it up. And then we're going to add the image in the image gallery. So we hover over that plaque, add image, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to be doing the 6th one. All right. And there's the original one we had. Here's this one. Now I'm going to, for giggles, show you what this looks like if we added the wrong one in. All right, this is the long vertical one. All right, we'll save it, update, come back to the Live Well team here. Okay, it should be putting it around here. As soon as this gets through. All right, refresh, and see how that doesn't fit all the way. You still get this gap here. So if we added another one, just for giggles, again, this is to show you how it will compound itself. If we added another image that wasn't proper, all right, for example, this one, all right, again, vertically challenged, all right, add that in. Save, update, come back to Live Well Live website. Refresh. It should come over here now. See, what happens is you end up with what's called a Mason or keystone effect. You know, it looks like bricks instead of cubes or squares. And you can run this any way you want to do it. It doesn't really matter. But it just looks symmetrical and better if you have these images all the same widths. All right, so we'll go back and redo that so we can make it look right. So we know that this image was wrong and this image was wrong. And now we're going to add the image to the team page because we've made it dimensionally proportioned. It's supposed to be 800 by 600. So we choose the 800 by 600 one, bring it over here. Once that's uploaded, Set the image. All right. So again, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out. All right, and we'll go back and I'll show you why we need to worry about that. So let me save this, update it. All right, and just for giggles, we want to make sure that, again, this hasn't been refreshed. This was the one that we made mistakes with, in a sense, made them longer. Put the longer photos in versus the 600 by 800. So if we refresh, you're going to see these two disappear and this one propagate properly right along that seam, just like that. All right, excellent. So now one of the things we need to do is now add the link. All right, and that's really the next part of what we're doing, is making sure we put the proper link in. All right, so we do that by making sure we go to Sarah's page. Hover over the link here, the permalink. Right click, copy. Go to pages, back to team. Image gallery. I'm going to edit the image gallery. And I believe what I've already done, because I've edited this a couple times, I've already added it in, but I'll show you anyways. So what we want to do, I'll make this a little longer so you can see the whole thing. Technically what happens is we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next thing we do is we hit at the end of the MA / return, and then paste that URL that we just had, the permalink, right there. So what that does is this first one, when that person clicks on that link there, it brings them to this page, and all the way down there, so on and so forth. The second page is Matt Silva. Third page is Jen, Chewbacca, Deborah from Westport, and then Sarah's this one, which is that 6th link. So if you have more, you'll have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and those will be in sequential order going right down here. So we save the changes, update, come back over here to the Live Well Live, and there we go. Now we're missing something here, Sarah's information. So there's two ways you can do this. I mean, not information. Number one, the bio here, but the actual picture. So if we go back to the Live Well team, open a new tab. If we hit the team, we cropped it a picture that was horizontally long and short vertically. Here, it makes a lot of sense to make this one longer and shorter. So what we can do, look for Sarah. Here's the image. I'm going to add the image. And again, we talked about what image to look for. And we're going to look for the longer image. All right. Save. Update. Refresh. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed. If you need any more information, let me know. Talk to you soon.